Stay tuned for this Galaxy Planet Surprise Inside cake that's decorated Steven Universe style. Welcome! I'm Rox of Rockstar Bakes. Today we'll 1. Make a 5-inch round surprise inside solar system cake. 2. Decorate a crystal gem cake using a DIY stencil and watercolor buttercream technique. 3. I'm going to show you how to make a crystal bubble that's going to top off that cake. The outside of the cake is inspired by Steven's mom's room, rose quartz. I lined 4 pans that aren't greased so the batter crawls up the sides. To save you time, I demonstrate making planets in my Buzz Lightyear Surprise Inside video. Basically, mix your white or vanilla cake batter. You can use a boxed cake mix or from scratch, which I'll include a recipe for below. I always use at least 6 or 7 color gel food pastes to represent the colors of the rainbow: pink, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. I learned a while back that simplifying, not creating too many colors, helps make each color stand out when they're combined. In 2 pans, place planet halves against the bottom like this. Just like real planets, these cake planets will orbit in the batter. But luckily, they won't expand even when the space will. For this, you can use black cocoa mix from scratch that is dye-free. I include the recipe in the description below. I place some planet halves around the edges to get some optimal planet coverage. Fill her up with some more space and planets. Get that black cake batter in there. Bang those pans to get out those large air bubbles. Help those planets settle. With the additional 2 cake pans, do the same thing, but don't include the cake halves on bottom. Bake according to the recipe. Some more options below. Here are the leveled cakes. These 2 were the top and bottom. These 2 are the middle cakes. Since I've already made a bunch of Surprise Inside Galaxy cakes, this is my new and improved cake. Place some frosting against the cake board to help the cake adhere. Place cake X, basically the unleveled side goes down. As you can see, I just took the cake out of the freezer. It keeps it moist. Add some black buttercream as the filling. I use black filling so it's like a continuation of space. Repeat this step pressing on the cakes in between. And top off the cake with the second cake X with the non-leveled cake side against the last cake. This means the side with cake halves will be at the very top of the cake. See? Now add a crumb coat to lock in all the crumbs and moisture. You see the side cake coverage? So bright. Refrigerate for at least 15 minutes. Now frost the cake with white frosting. I use an acrylic disc to get the sharp edges. Let me know if you'd like to see a more detailed video on how I use them. Once you're done frosting the cake, refrigerate until you're ready to add the decorations. I use Kohakutu to create these Steven Universe gems. If you like, custom cut the shape from Kohakutu. To save time, I link the edible jelly crystal recipe below. I colored each crystal individually. Place in fridge for at least 1 hour. I pour the mix into a glass Daiso baking pan and then, using a spoon, carve out a rounded portion. And then I carve until I get a teardrop shape. Here is lapis, sometimes solemn, sometimes sure, with tides like the ocean. Here is pearl, regal and punctual, pearlescent and pure. I use luster dust, sparkles, and pearlized spray to get an iridescent and subtle sheen. Jasper, mighty and bold, just like this brilliant yellow. Oh my gosh, it's stuck. No, just kidding. This will loosen with warm water. This was probably the most difficult shape to achieve, but I think I got it. Cut out a bunch and drop them into the amethyst bubbles. So Jasper's crystal is two T's, and when you look at it from the side, it looks like two kites. Here's Garnet, strong and resolute, seeing the future with the clarity of two crystals. I use a piping tip opening to round the edges of the square crystal to make Garnet's ruby. And here's Steven. It's Steven. It's a pink diamond. Woo! It's Amethyst. She's just totally awesome. LOL. Naturally, just clean up where the crystals overflow. I cut the green square Kahakatu in half to create a triangle and then cut down the corners to make Peridot. She's small with scruples, but don't call her small. Amethyst is perfect just the way she is, just the way she came out of the kindergarten. I cut the octagon gem mold to make Garnet's sapphire. And this is how I do my watercolor buttercream technique. Take the cloud-shaped parchment paper and place it against the cake. That's the stencil. It'll adhere to the Swiss meringue buttercream. Take 2 shades of the pink and get some lines on the cake. Take that angled spatula or cake scraper and spread the color against the cake. I layered parchment clouds directionally. Peel away the parchment to reveal the clouds. I took some time to decide where the crystals should live in the rose quartz room. To add a little more balance to the cake, I add sprinkles. Fill the entire mold with a crystal mix. In some, include a jasper crystal. If it gets sticky, just use water to loosen them, or just do this. To remove the bubbles, I peel it gently. Here are the Amethyst and Steven gem bubbles. Ta-da! Whoa, MG. Steven Universe cake success. Don't worry, I'm about to slice the cake so you can see the colorful planets in space inside. It's wonderful and so happy. Let me know what other surprise inside cakes you'd like to see in the future in the comments below. If this was helpful, make sure you hit that bell notification so you're getting the latest videos. Hit it a million times.
subscribe.
If you love surprise inside cakes, coming up is a playlist. Thank you for watching.